Just Matt Sanders, we've got a big thunderstorm right now in Sebastian County and Logan County, extreme Franklin County, that is dropping hail the size of limes. I'm 5 News Chief Meteorologist Matt Standridge. We've had a lot of hail today, and this is one of our biggest hailstorms that we have at the moment, and maybe one of our final ones too. There could be some hail here and there, but this one's a doozy. It's probably our last doozy of the evening as we work the atmosphere over. We've had a lot of rain in the River Valley, northwest Arkansas. We've been mainly clear. That cold front has passed on through. Now we've got another surge of cooler air coming in from some of the rain-cooled air in the River Valley. That's going up the mountains right now. But in the River Valley, let's talk about this new severe thunderstorm warning in Sebastian County, southern Franklin County, eastern Logan County, and even clipping northern Scott County too. This pocket of some very deep red, and you see the lightning as well, is where we've got some pockets of lightning that are up, or pockets of hail, I should say, that are up to the size of limes. Those can do some damage. Those are the ones that will crack windshields. This is mainly just east of Booneville. Here's a little bit closer view of this hail core. Dayton, Mansfield, we've been having some of the hail on the east side of town, but this is moving away from us. This is slowly moving eastbound into Logan County, kind of skimming us towards the Washburn area. Booneville, we're going to be on the lookout for this, and Tate as well. Now, these hail cores are super sporadic. They like to wobble quite a bit. It's kind of like a top that's kind of half spun, and it starts to wobble and kind of has a mind of its own. It's like a football that's going down the field, and you're not exactly sure which way it's going, but generally it's kind of in one direction, and we're generally watching it move towards the east. That's why you see such a large severe thunderstorm warning box for this hail core, including all the way towards Coxville, south to Tate. But it's generally moving eastbound towards the Booneville area and could be getting closer to Magazine and the Blue Mountain area too. But with this purple color, and sometimes we've had some pink show up, that's where we have reports near that lime-sized hail threshold. That will do some damage. But this is our last big hail core. Where is it going next? Towards the Tate area, maybe 8:22 time right now, about 8:21. This thing's a little bit slow. Booneville, anywhere within the next 20 minutes or so, generally. This thing's kind of sitting here for a moment. Earlier, it had about a track of about 15 miles per hour. It's kind of stayed stationary there for a moment. This is a new update coming in, maybe closer to 8:42. So that's in about 20 minutes in Booneville. Carolyn, 8:32. Elm Park, we're getting some of that hail right now. 8:22 is the time reporting right now, but hail there in western Logan County. If you live in Booneville, Carolyn, Barber, Grayson, there could be some hail coming your way. Most of this is starting to leave Sebastian County, getting out of the Dayton and Midland and Mansfield area, out of Greenwood, and this is headed south and east slowly over time, kind of moving in different pockets. We may even see different appendages, and so it's not just the mains. The main zone has the lime-sized hail, but then you kind of have some smaller, maybe dime-sized hail kind of surrounding that too, but the main core is coming there into western Logan County. Otherwise, there's not a lot more hail to deal with for the moment. We've got a lot of heavy rain across the River Valley, but a lot of these hailstones, or the number of hail pockets has definitely reduced over time. We're going to hop just for a second off. I'm going to go ahead and, not off the live stream, but we're going to go ahead and create some more live streams here in just a moment. Forgot to do this for a second. If you have the 5 News app, you're going to see a push notification come up here in just a second. I got an update from my producer. Everything okay? All right. We're doing just some live streams with this hail core that's in western Logan County right now, and we're going to be getting some hail pictures and videos for you guys coming up too for your 5 News at 10. We've got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline from news. We got a lot of big sports news too. Man, it was a crazy day, especially here on CBS. You guys watching that game, and now we've got hail. So it's been a crazy Saturday, one of the busier Saturdays we've had in a while, especially in the weather department. We haven't had a lot, but hail cores right here in eastern Sebastian County, moving to Logan County right towards the Booneville area. If you live within 20 miles of Booneville, especially if you're kind of west of Booneville, there towards Carolyn, that's where we have some of this hail that's moving and approaching eastbound. But a large severe thunderstorm warning box, just because this thing kind of meanders. I mean, you notice over time, this is I think it's a 30-minute loop. I have to check that, 30 or 45-minute loop, what I set it at. But it's just kind of wobbling a little bit, but generally it is moving eastbound. And so large hail coming down, but otherwise, Johnson County, hail's moved out. Franklin County, yeah, we're under that severe thunderstorm warning, but I think most of the hail is going to stay towards our south. We could get a little bit of tiny hail south of Charleston, south of the Tiger Stadium. We should be okay. Crawford County, Sequoia County, most of us are doing fine. You know, every once in a while you see a little bit of gray pop up on the radar. That's just saying that there's probably some large raindrops. There could be a tiny hailstone here and there. but most of the hail is right here in western Logan County. How much rain have we picked up, though? Boy, we've needed this rain. The problem is it hasn't been, it's been scattered, but not completely widespread. You guys know what I'm talking about? A lot of us have picked up a rain, but a lot of us haven't. You look towards Paris, we've had some around us, and at one point we kind of got clipped for a few of us, but a lot of us haven't picked up anything. You head south into Scott County, we haven't picked up much. Poto, we kind of got skimmed on the north side of town towards the power plant and Shady Point, and then once you head east towards Sugarloaf and Poto Mountain, there in Monroe area, we've had a little bit of rain, but most of it's been north into Cameron and Bacola, and then just really hit us in Fort Smith, south side of Fort Smith especially. We definitely got more at Southside Stadium rather than Northside Stadium. And Van Buren, we've had some rain here and there. Everything's been kind of skirting around us. Some of us got a little bit of rain, some of us got a good amount, and some of us got nothing. Van Buren's been kind of all over the map here. Then we've had a little bit of rain in parts of north central Crawford County. We've had some heavy rain there coming into western Sequoia County, but we've picked up a couple of inches of water in eastern Sebastian County. That's been some good news. That's where some of the worst drought conditions have been, but boy, that's a lot of water. We've had a flood advisory for parts of Sebastian County as well too, because the ground is just rock hard. So once this rainfall hits, it just kind of bounces off a little bit. Some of it absorbs, but it's harder to absorb ground soil that's just rock hard after being just zapped with the heat from the summer and all the dry conditions that we've had. But overall, northwest Arkansas, we're dry. We could get some stray showers popping up overnight tonight across Oklahoma that will move eastbound. We still have some rising motion. You see a couple of these flare-ups that continue to try to come up, so we may scatter some showers a bit later. But overall, the biggest thunderstorms have died off quite a bit. I think that'll be the trend. Could we still get one or two more? Sure, but instead of having 4, 5, or 6, I think that time is done. But we have this one good hail core that's coming into western Logan County, right towards Barber and Carolyn and west of Booneville, now coming in towards Booneville. So be on the lookout for that. A lot of lightning too, but we've noticed the lightning start to downtick just a bit. And so that generally shows the storm is weakening and starting to rain out a little bit more rather than producing hailstones. It's just kind of throwing out some water now. We're throwing out some water in Dean Springs. We've had some scattered downpours going on right now in Franklin County. These are headed east. Ozark, we've had some. We're going to have some more coming into Clarksville here soon. We've got one just about 10 miles west, just down the interstate a little bit. We're going to get another one soon. We just wrapped up some in Knoxville and Lamar. Just scattered showers, some of them kind of heavy at times, there towards Dean Springs and Alma. There south into Kibler, we've had some good rainfall for us, and then Brushy, Short, into Roland and Muldrow, some heavy rain. There's some good rain, though, on the south side of Fort Smith. And I want to show you, this is a live look in Bacola. You're looking there towards Rye Hill and Riley Farms, where we had so much hail. A lot of it, some of it were big, but a lot of them were kind of on the smaller side, but there was so much of it. It looked like it snowed earlier today in Sebastian County, but we're still watching the lightning way off towards the east. Then we've got another storm kind of coming in. It would be kind of like in this view of the camera if I moved it a little bit back towards the left. So we've kind of got two storms. We've got one towards, you saw that lightning strike. That one's off towards Booneville. The other one's coming right now into the south side of Fort Smith and kind of hitting us with a lot of rain at Bacola. 70s in northwest. We've got a mix of 70s and 60s in the River Valley. North winds for northwest have kept us pretty good. That front kind of already passed through, so that reduces our rain chances. There may still be some rain that develops overnight tonight, but the heaviest definitely reporting in the River Valley. And after we've had a decent amount of rain, our humidity values have started to go up. So just once again, a quick recap of where we're going with this storm. It looks like it's starting to take more of that southerly route. So Booneville, we could get some hail on the west side, but it looks like the latest trend is that this thing is dropping south, where we have not had much rain so far in parts of Scott County. So it's starting to try to move towards some bigger energy because we've used up a lot of the energy in around Sebastian County. So it looks like this thing's making a hard right turn from the storm's perspective, going south right there along US 71 towards Waldron and Tate. We've got some of that hail cuts core that's coming in. Now the hail's not quite sized limes anymore, but closer to golf ball sized hail. That's some good hail moving southbound right into Scott County. Booneville, we may be okay, but we still have a little bit of hail that still could try to come in. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully try to get a little bit of that rain, but most of that rain has really hit us from Bloomer and Charleston, Washburn, Greenwood, and right over Fort Chaffee. Man, we picked up a lot of water so far this afternoon, a couple of inches. Now, coming up tonight at 10, we're going to have more on how much rain we picked up. We're going to have your guys' photos and videos. You can go ahead and comment some of your photos and some of the posts that we've made, and we'd like to share those just so folks how much hail came down. And when you guys send them in, you may not see it, but a lot of times we take those photos and we say, hey, National Weather Service, this is going on right now in Rye Hill. And that kind of helps them verify their warning. And if it keeps on coming, they can issue more warnings. If it looks like the hail is getting smaller, it's even from the photos perspective, because the radar can tell you something. But sometimes the radar is not perfect when there's so much rain and hail together. It just kind of gets confused a little bit at times. It's pretty accurate, but it kind of rough around the edges, to be honest. However, those pictures really help. And so we send those to the National Weather Service. So you guys have been great about that. But we're still watching hail cores. The biggest one right now, dropping south along US 71. This may be coming closer to Waldron. Don't be surprised if we get a new severe thunderstorm warning that includes more of Scott County. This one was drawn so wide because it's just been kind of wobbling over the place. But it looks like it's kind of skimming Booneville, but headed more south towards Waldron, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to come on with more updates as needed throughout this evening. You can always check us online, 5newsonline.com. This is where the live stream lives, and then we also share that on our app, on YouTube, and on Facebook as well. Let us know what you guys have seen. It's been a very busy evening across the River Valley. We've got a couple thunderstorms reporting in the mountains right now, but most of northwest Arkansas has been fine. We'll have to see if we get more scattered showers overnight tonight. Make sure you keep it local, keep it here. We'll keep you advised.